Blessings. I want to read Matthew 5, verses 17 through 20 to you all. And it says, "Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For surely I say to you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle will by no means pass from the law, till all is fulfilled. Whoever therefore breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does and teaches them, in he shall be called great in the kingdom. For I say to you that unless your righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven." So, I had got kind of like, stuck on the scripture where it says, "For I say to you that unless your righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven." So I'm like, okay, I know the Pharisees, they done wrong, the Pharisees. So I had to like get a better understanding of this because, this is a word that God gave me a couple of days ago, a scripture that he gave me a couple of days ago, and I kept forgetting to put the scripture up. But then as I realized, when I did get to, trying to do the scripture and everything, I knew then I had to study the scripture. Once I did read it and read it a couple of times, I'm like, okay, I got to study this part because, it's something I need to know about the Pharisees. Okay, so I looked up the Pharisees in the concordance. Now, this is going to be a part two because I know the video going to cut off. And it says, a sect that seems to have started after the Jewish exile, in addition to OT books. OT books is the Old Testament books. The Pharisees recognized in oral tradition a standard of belief and life. They sought for distinction and praise by outward observance of external rites and outward forms of piety, and such as ceremonial washings, fasting, prayers, and alms giving, and comparatively negligent of genuine piety. They prided themselves on their fancy good works. Okay, so I looked up some of these words I just said to you all.